Hello, my name is Mrs York and I'm an assistant head teacher here at Falinge Park High School. I'm really excited to introduce the first of our bilingual stories in this series. You will hear stories in various languages retold by members of our Falinge family. Our first story is in Pahari and English, and Pahari is also known as Mirpuri. It's told by a parent of one of our pupils, and it is retold in English by Mrs Azim, one of our language teachers. Enjoy.
Today's story is a very old tale. There was a time when people lived in caves. Some people made houses. Then villages were made. These villages turned into cities. Each city had its own king. Then some people of that time were still living in cities, while others still lived in caves. Our story today is from that period of time.
कोई बहु अरसा पुरानी जी गल है। एक गार विच एक जना उसनी जनानी ते मुड़ा रहने सन।
This is a very old story from a long time ago. In a cave, there lived a man, his wife and son.
उन नातरियां को सिर्फ एक चादर सी जिहड़ी ओह इस्तेमाल करने सन।
Between them, they only had one sheet that they all shared.
जिस वेले भी उन नातरियां च कोई बाहर जाना सी तो ओह चादर नाल पलेटी खन्ना सी।
When either one of them would leave the cave, they would take it in turns to take the sheet with them.
ओह इस गल्ला नाल बहुत परेशान सन कि असा कोल सिर्फ एक चादर है। उन्हां आख्या कि ना असा कोई दुआ मंगा।
This really worried them, knowing that they only had the one sheet between them. They thought, why don't we make a prayer? Maybe it will be granted.
जिस वेले ओह त्राए दुआ मंगने वास्ते बैठे न ते गार विचों एक आवाज़ जी आई है।
तुसां त्रेयां नी एक एक ख्वाहिश पूरी होई सकनी।
As soon as they made their prayer, a voice was heard in the cave. Each one of you has one wish that will come true.
ये आवाज़ सुनने तो बाद जिस वेले सवेर होनी है ते जना गारे विचों बाहर लगा जाना है।
On hearing this, the very next morning, the husband left the cave.
जिस वेले उसने जनानी के पता चला कि उसना जना उधर बाहर गया उठिए उसकी दस्सियां बगैर, उसी कोई शक पैना कि हमारा जना जरूर बादशाह बनने की ख्वाहिश करने वास्ते गया उसी।
When his wife hears of her husband leaving, she begins to suspect that he certainly must have used his wish to become a king.
वो भी फिर फटोफट दुआ करनी है कि अल्लाह मियां मिकी बहुत सोहनी जी जनानी बनाई ओड़ो।
She too uses up her own wish and wishes on becoming irresistibly beautiful.
जिस वेला वो बहुत सोहनी जी जनानी बनी जानी है तो उत्थों ही कोई शहजादा पिया लंघना सी।
When her wish comes true, a prince happens to gallop by.
वो शहजादा इस जनानी की तकना है तो उसकी अपने घोड़े पर बाली के नाल भी नहीं जाना है।
As soon as the prince sets his eyes upon the beautiful woman, he whisks her away.
जिस वेला जना घर मुड़ी के वापस आना तो अपने मुड़े को पूछना कि तुम्हारी अम्मा कुधर गई।
On the husband's return, he asks his son, "Where is your mother?"
फिर वो मुड़ा अपने प्यू की सारी गल दसना है।
The son informs his father of how the prince whisked his mother away.
ये गल सुनी तो उसने जने की बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा आना है।
The husband was filled with rage.
तो फिर वो भी बे के दुआ करना कि अल्लाह मियां हमारी जनानी की शक्ल खोतियार बनाई उड़ो।
On hearing this, he uses up his own wish. "Oh Lord, I wish for my wife's appearance to resemble that of a donkey."
उसकी दुआ भी मंजूर हो जानी है।
His wish was granted straight away.
हुन जिस वेला शहजादा घोड़े पर बैठकर नखरे नाल जाना है तो पीछे उसनी वो खोती वाली शक्ल दी जनानी बैठी होनी है।
As the prince pranced towards the city on his horse, with a woman whose face was of a donkey sitting behind him.
जिस वेले शहजादा अपने शहर विच पहुंचना है ते लोग हैरान होई के उसकी तकने कि एक कई बला की कई क्या था।
All the people looked on in shock, questioning who he had brought along with him.
जिस वेले शहजादा पीछे मुड़ी के तकना है तो ओ थोड़ा शर्मिंदा हो जाना है तो उसकी जई का कुछ सहरा विच सतीशना।
As the prince turns to look back at her, with embarrassment, he leads her out of the city and abandons her in the middle of the desert.
कुछ अरसे तो बाद जिस वेला ओ जना अपने मुड़े नाल उथों सहरा विचों लंघना सी।
After some time, the husband and his son pass through the desert.
तो उस वेला ओ दोए उस खोते वाली शक्ल दी जनानी की पहचानी किन्ने।
They both recognize the donkey-faced woman.
मुड़े ने दुआ आली रहनी सी।
The son still had his own wish to use up.
मुड़ा भी फिर बे के दुआ करना कि अल्लाह मियाँ हमारी अम्मा ने शक्ल उस तरह बनाई हो जिस तरह वो पहले होने सन।
He quickly prays, "Oh Lord, please return my mother the way she was before."
मुड़े ने दुआ भी मंजूर हो जानी है।
His prayer is answered.
आखिरकार उतरे वो एक चादर की नीत है वापस गार विच लगे जाने।
The three of them ended up back in their cave with their one sheet.
So, what's the moral of this story? I think it teaches us that for a family to work effectively, communication is of utmost importance. What do you think? And why don't you help us with our next story? Or maybe you can translate this story into a different language. You can contact us by email or text message. The details are in the description section below. For now, goodbye.